listen, it's about mafia stuff, right? You did me a favor.
You got. Okay, folks, welcome to Outside the Stage podcast. We are here down at the Oyster Bar, downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. Before we get started with our podcast tonight, we want you guys to turn your like, give me a like. Subscribe to us, turn your notifications on, leave comments. We're going to be trying to give you guys the best content that we have. So if you guys like what we're doing, hey, just let us know and let me know. And we're going to have some dialogue. I have been looking forward to this conversation and this particular pod that's going out for a long time. But before I get into it too deep, the tickets for the East Allen County Schools Bourbon Bags and Bingo, I want to thank you guys for those who participated in it and bought tickets for the event. The tickets are already gone, so you do know the event is this upcoming Tuesday night on the 10th. So we do appreciate you guys for supporting that program there. And if anything else would come up and we could help out on that end, we're going to do it. This video, excuse me. This particular video, like I said, I have been looking forward to this one since November of 2025. We came down here, we were all turkeyed out, and we came down here. My wife wanted to have dinner down here. She wanted some oysters. We came down here. I've been amping this up on the page on our channel about this for real, legitimate, 100% down in the dirt, grungy, speak easy. This is nothing that was built 2-3 years ago and put a speakeasy name on it. This is all the way legit. I reached out to the owner, Tony West, and I finally, today is Sunday the 8th. Yes. I made it here to do this video. This one's going out right away. So I'm here, and I'm with Tony West, the owner, the legend now of the Oyster Bar here downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. Man, I'm so glad.
It's been a minute, right? We've been trying.
We've been trying to get me.
You've been patient because you knew you contacted me right around the holidays, and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm in," but understand it's the holidays, and I'm the working chef too. So.
Okay, and let me tell you something. I grew up on this side of town, and I am a product of the south side of Fort Wayne, and I live right down there all my life on Creighton and Clinton, right across the street from the reservoir. I've walked past this building, man, 1,000,000 times in my life. I've driven past it 2,000,000 times in my life. Never really came in. It just was an older building, and it was like, okay, it's the Oyster Bar. So I've always known it. Finally came in here with my wife, and I'm gonna shut up, and I'm gonna let you tell the story. You have a QR code on your menu.
Yes.
And we pulled it up and we read the history.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me the story, brother. This is your show. You're in the driver's seat from here on out.
Well, I'm going to say one thing first off. There's something sitting next to you over there that we brought out.
Oh, yeah.
And this is one reason we connected. This is the bottle that caught your eye?
The Joseph Magnus, as it is.
Yeah, that Joseph Magnus.
Let me get my glasses here. You get that out.
Yeah.
Let me get my glasses.
I was back there cooking. And my bartender comes back. She goes, "Hey, Tony, there's a gentleman at the bar that wants to know if you have an extra bottle of Joseph Magnus you'd like to sell." I'm like, I can't do it. But you had some that night.
I did.
There's not much left. And if we're going to sit here and storytell and chat and talk, I want this bottle to be empty so we can keep it as a memory, because that's what bourbon should be. I'm not saying don't collect. Right? Don't collect. But this is how I collect. I like to collect and share. So
Let me see this, man.
I'm gonna let you take a look.
This
and
is
then,
a Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend Bourbon. This is what I had when I came up into. Listen, hold on. The Oyster Bar is not. It's almost a trick. Because you think you're coming in here just to buy seafood and oysters and all this good stuff. Let me tell you something. Premier bourbon bar here at this place. Tell the story. I'm gonna pour it when
you pour it.
you
So
tell the story, man.
So yeah, Ricky, thank you so much, and to your followers, and yeah. So I graduated high school, did some pro ball for a little bit, minor league, nothing huge, but within the Reds, undrafted. And I got in an accident, and then I was, just kind of lost. And my old athletic director came to me and got me back in. And so I'm a product of actually Don Hall's.
Okay.
So Hall's Restaurants here in town. So I got the Don Hall Memorial Scholarship. They got me in school. I started working and got back into it, and then I ended up here after applying at a different restaurant. Told him at 21 I was going to buy the place, man. He laughed. 25 years later, here we were.
You got
And
it.
so I got the opportunity. So, yeah, so we've owned it since like December 4th, 2022. And like kind of what we talked, when you talk about the bourbon real quick, I owed a legacy to this place.
Okay.
There's a legacy here, right?
I know.
This place was built in 1880
Okay.
and it opened in 1888.
Wow.
And so that's, it's 146 years, or now it's what? My math's probably 148 years.
I'll put the
Yeah, it's
math up.
148 years.
Yep.
148 years this building has served the community. So there's a legacy to the history of this place. So I've dug into the history. And in doing so, I bought my dream as well. I mean, to punch the clock for yourself and come in and hold a place with this much history and have an opportunity to, I too am a product of the southeast side of town a bit.
Yeah.
And I often, I hold a lot of pride south of this viaduct up here. This is my neighborhood, the neighborhood you grew up in,
That's
right?
where I
When
grew
I
up in.
first moved to Fort Wayne, when I was 8, we moved into Silver Tree Park Apartments. You know what I'm talking about? And some of my good friends that I was only in school with from half of second grade through third grade, I'm still friends with today.
That's cool, man.
And it just makes you realize that when you get an opportunity to serve a community, and I know I'm bouncing around because
No, you good.
I felt the vibe. We can come back.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
But when you have a chance to feed the community, you want to do things like this. You want to get on top. You want to have the storytelling. You want to hold the legacy of what this place was. And I feel like the history and doing the history of the gentlemen who have owned this, because myself and my business partners, we're only the 6th owners.
From
1888 till now, we are the 6th owner of this restaurant.
Wow.
So the history and the love and the families that we served in the community, each of them did, we have to do the same thing, right? We owe it to that. We owe it to the legacy to do that same thing. And so when we had the opportunity to buy it, knowing we had that to do and we were given that opportunity, we also knew, I felt like the building was always calling me. It was always drawing me back, Rick. I would leave and it would bring me back somehow. We were living in Illinois.
You come back.
I was in Decatur, Illinois, working in a private club. We just had our son, my wife at the time, we had our son. He's 8 months old. I'm a chef, dude. I'm working 80 hours a week. She has no family. She's doing it on her own. She's tired. My contractor's coming. She goes, please, please, please come and go home. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. You sacrificed so much for me to come here and follow my dream. We can go home. I'll find something and I'll go somewhere else once he gets older.
Yep.
And I texted Steve. And he goes, hey, I'm in town. I go, what? What are you here for? His daughter, he has an older daughter, about my age, had just moved there. And we sat down and said, yeah. So I went home. I was like, hey, we're going back to Fort Wayne. I got a job. And I came back to work for Steve again at the Oyster Bar. And that was in 2007.
2007.
So I was here for about 3-4 years. Left. Went to Racket House in New Haven.
Yep.
Ran some barbecue there. That's where I learned how to barbecue. And then I went to what we call sometimes, what I like to call in our world, the witness protection program. And the witness protection program means is I love the hospitality industry. I love like serving and just like creating an experience for people, like a memory, a story. Like look, we're having right now. We're sitting and chatting, right? You know, like some of your greatest memories happen from sitting around a table or having a random conversation with somebody. And so that's what I wanted to do. And sorry, I got lost in the song.
No, you good, man. Keep going.
So, you know,
You left off at Rack and Helen's. Go ahead.
so Rack and House, so the witness protection program again. So yeah, we went to the witness protection program at went and worked for Parkview Health.
Okay.
And in this industry, sometimes Ricky and I don't know, it's kind of our world today, and I don't know if you'll agree with this. A lot, you know, you ever been in a store or you ever been at a restaurant and see somebody kind of aggressively go at the people that work there, or no, you're never satisfied.
Yep.
Or my food took too long.
Yep.
5 minutes too long, or it wasn't just right, or what are you kidding me at? I'm not tipping you. These people are working hard, right? And it happens in retail too. Like we don't feel like we get sometimes, and we're all guilty of it. I'm not, but at times because we are in this like, I want it now, I want it now.
Yep.
And so you get burned out in the industry,
Yep.
and you lose your passion.
Absolutely.
You lose your passion, and when you're doing it passionless, you shouldn't be doing it. So, you know, I was married, had a young kid, and I had an opportunity. So I went into healthcare. And Parkview Health not only prepared me for this moment, business-wise, but they prepared me mentally because it allowed me to mentally come back and fall in love with food again. Because when you're providing nourishment to people in a hospital bed that didn't make a reservation,
Yeah.
and you see how much they truly appreciate it,
Yep.
it sparks something into you to how you create that experience outside.
So you were over at Rack and Helen's when again? What year?
2010 to 2012.
Yeah, you went to Parkview right after that, right?
Correct. I was at PRMC. I was the sous chef in the cafeteria.
Okay.
Like they opened in March. I was there 5 months after they opened.
I feel you on that passion thing, man, because I used to own a barbecue restaurant here in Fort Wayne.
Okay.
Big Rick's Barbecue right over in State of Hobson. And
Yeah, I've had your food. I did. Now that you say that, I know right where you're at.
and I
You had the smokers are on the side of that building.
Right, is this it?
You're a big
and
talker.
I you know, you work for so many different people, and then you lose your passion, and so it's all good. This is not about my story anyway. Tell
No,
me
but it is about your story because we're getting to know each other with some bourbon. That's what makes a good. That's what makes a good podcast. When we get to know each other.
Tell me about. We're going to go into the bourbon
Okay.
in a few.
Yeah.
Tell me about the food, bro. Let me tell you this. I live out in Huntertown, so we go to Black Canyon, and I was never an oyster guy. My wife was like, "Let's go try these oysters," and I went out to Black Canyon, and I was like, "These damn good." And we went, and so she's like, "Let's try something different." Tell me about. You kept the same menu from when this first started, or was it? What was it prior?
So the menu, it's been changed over the course of the years. In 1987, Steve took over and he began to transition into what is the modern day era with the menu. I call the menu I know, right? So when we bought the restaurant, as a chef, I wanted to come in and just demolish it.
Tear it up.
Because the last major menu change happened in 2007 when I came back.
Okay.
We were 15 years later.
Yep.
And my business partners and I, we kind of spoke about it a little bit. And, you know, then the business side kicks in. And you're like, wait a minute. You have a great restaurant already. And we want to keep the legacy.
Yep.
And to go back to what we were just talking about, keeping that legacy, owing it to the community. So, yes, we kept the same menu for a while. And like 80% of the menu was mine anyways. And it wasn't even about that. It was just about, it was great dishes. It was about so we did that, but then we switched the menu in July, and I was able to keep the really major, people love these dishes. They're iconic dishes here from the past and the legacy. And then we're able to, with my team, start to create some other dishes.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun because like the current menu has hush puppies with the blue crab butter
Yes,
and chipotle
sir.
tartar. You had those, right?
Yes, sir.
So in your southeast side of town, right? So this is the story, Rick. This is the story. 1986. Yeah, 1986. So I'm 10 years old. No, it was 88. Was that when Mortal Kombat came out? Whatever year Mortal Kombat came out in the arcade. Remember that?
Probably.
Stand by side.
Yep.
And then Southtown Mall.
At Sears.
Well, it's
It was
Southtown Mall.
Yeah,
Aladdin's
yeah,
Castle.
yeah,
right down
yes,
from the
yeah.
cinema. You walk in, and they would put that thing front and center. And Aladdin's Castle, the
Yes,
brick.
sir. Yeah.
And that machine was right out front.
Yes, sir.
And it was that machine when it came out, it was hot.
That was right next door to the theater.
It was. It was.
Yes, sir.
That was a hot game. And I remember back then, the home game system, cool games like that weren't coming out as fast as they do now.
Yep.
Right? They were in the arcade for sometimes a year before they would come to console.
Yep.
So we would sit there, ride our BMX bikes. I lived in at that time we were living in Hickory Creek apartments.
Okay.
And then we would ride the PTC bus. We'd drag our bikes on there.
That's a long ride.
We'd drive our PTC bus, and we'd put our bikes on
the front.
Yep, and they would drive us over and get us to Southtown Mall, take our bikes off, so we'd have our bikes, we could ride around. There's a park right over there, and we got some fun. But then we'd always break the rules, because our parents would always say, you boys, don't you guys be crossing the highway, be safe. There was a Long John Silver's over there, across 27.
Sure was by the Kmart.
By the Kmart.
Yeah.
You know what we used to do? We used to like, sometimes we'd break the rules. So we'd cross over that highway, go over to Long John Silver's, and I think it was like for $2, something like $2. You get a little basket of hush puppies and a root beer, and they had that crushed ice back in the day.
Yeah. Well, they have it. That's that Sonic ice.
That's that Sonic ice. Yeah. But you would get that in that little cardboard wax cup at the time. And you would eat those things, and we would drink it, and then we'd take those cups and pop them on the end of our bikes, and you'd have like little grips over your grips to protect your hands when you bump into stuff. But it's all about memories, and so that's what my food's about.
Yep, memory.
My food's a memory. Something that can evoke a memory, a story. It's just telling the journey of me and my team, because we become a family. And when you start learning about your family and stuff, they inspire you. Right? You can find little inspirations with your families.
You know what I learned that in the food industry, my wife and I are real big foodies. And when I go into the food industry and sit down and eat, customer service is my big thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you give really good customer service, that's huge. Here's the thing. When I walked into this door, and we were welcomed right there at that table, right there by the salad thing there.
Yeah, by the salad pit. We call that, real quick, we call that the Harry Potter position.
Harry Potter.
Because it's under the stairwell. When Harry Potter series, where he goes to live with his uncle, and they're making him live on, his bedroom was under the stairs.
I haven't watched Harry Potter, though.
Well, people who follow you, maybe they see it, they'll be laughing right now.
Cool.
It's our Harry Potter position. And our person that works over there wears little black round glasses sometimes. We just have fun with it.
The two girls that had us sitting there, bro, they treated us like we were kings and queens that night. And that right there in itself is going to make us come back on a private level and then bring my group back up here and hang out with you, and then like when we were done eating and had read the QR code while we were waiting for our food, and then I was like, man, look at the history of this place. I went up there to the bar. The girls tell me a little bit of history, and she was like, come on. And it was like, you don't know me, I don't know you, but man, they made me feel like I was king of everything that day.
That's, there's a fine line with hospitality, right? And I think in our industry, with the food industry, and sometimes as the chefs, we're never complacent. I got a tattoo on my arm. If you look at it, it's an empty fork. It says every second counts. But the empty fork means just stay hungry, never complacent. But sometimes we get too hungry, we don't stop and pause.
Right.
And it's about connection.
Yep.
And that's why we got into the business, is about connection. But we get going so fast because of the world and the changes and everything. And coming out of COVID and buying this restaurant and coming through a personal journey over the last couple of years, that's the one thing I'm realizing is slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Look back over your life. Now start sharing those. And so that's the food part of it for me.
And you know, hopefully the people that work up here will see this video. And I want to publicly tell them that you guys are on point. And that's a testament to what you're doing, man.
I couldn't do it without them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't think I don't learn from them every day.
Yeah.
Right? I got a young kitchen team. I got a young, hungry kitchen team. I got a young older. It doesn't matter. I got veterans, older. Like, it doesn't matter. I got a great team. And one thing I love about them is their perseverance, because change is never easy for those that were here with me when we bought the restaurant. And there's people that have come on after we bought the restaurant. So it's different. It's easy for the ones that came after for the change. It's harder for the ones that were here. And the ones that were here, they're working through it, and they've stuck by us. And we couldn't do it without them.
And I had asked those girls and the guy that was back there that night, and I was like, hey, can I get a picture of you guys? They lined up on the bar, man. They got up on chairs and everything. And they were like, yeah, put us out there. And I'm like, I'm coming back here, bro.
Yeah.
This is this. And then she took me back by the back door.
Yeah.
And she told me some of the history of this place. And this is the part that,
This is the part you like, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Hold on. So this restaurant is listed in the Indiana history.
It's in the. It's not. We're not a national registered historic landmark or anything, but it's like national history. Yeah. Outside, there's a plaque with that. That was done prior to us.
Okay.
But yeah, one thing we can't do is like everybody's always, hey, can you expand? You should open it up. You should do this. You should do this.
No.
If I move one wall, it's about $6.5 million renovation.
Yep.
And I like it like this because I can't tell you how many people have told me when they come in this door, and I don't know, maybe this happened to you that night. You are closer to the other tables.
Yeah.
But sometimes you little bump. Oh, hey, how you doing? And then maybe next thing you know,
You met somebody. Yep.
and I always say you come here, strangers might leave some friends.
Yep.
Leave with some friends.
Yep. Yep.
And that's how our staff wants to treat people because I can cook the best food in the world. I can have the best trained staff in the world, right? Nobody may not come through that door if we don't treat you the right way.
That's it.
And I want everybody to know that it doesn't matter who you are, dressed, right? If you come into my restaurant and you're respectful to my team and everybody around you, you're gonna have the experience.
And it is an experience.
And that's all we want.
It was an experience.
Like that's what after COVID, you think about this, Ricky, and then we'll get to what you want to talk about. After COVID, because during COVID, we're all like separated, and now we're kind of all finding ourselves again. And that healing journey is different for people, right? And I'm starting to see that people value the experience because our dollars we got to hold them close right now.
Yep.
So people want that experience, and I want you to want to come back because now we've met, we've had a conversation. You and your wife come back in. I can meet your wife, and now we've had the conversation. Hey, man, how's things going? I hear you're working on this project. Like, how's that?
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we should be doing, right?
Tell me about the building.
Building.
Tell me. We're getting ready. We're gonna segue into bourbon.
You
now.
want to talk about bourbon now?
Can I? There's etiquette with bourbon. Can I get another?
I told you earlier, before we started, this is our bottle now, right?
Y'all, I'm drinking Joseph Magnus.
This is our bottle now. This is what we're bonding over.
Wow.
I will say this, that I am lucky because I buy a lot of their other products that when this is allocated to the area that I use, this is something that's usually typically all around. There is one right there.
Where? Right here?
No, this Murray Hill right here.
That's Murray Hill, yeah.
Up front.
Yep.
Yeah, that Murray Hill, Joseph Magnus, of course, too. That's a special reserve one that I have hidden upstairs that sometimes we break out, Ricky, because you know why? During Prohibition and during the running days, they hid bourbon. And so when you come here, we hide bourbon, and then if we get to know you a little bit, begin to trust you a little bit, you come back and see, we start pouring some of these hidden gems that I keep stashed away.
Tell me how the transportation, the bourbon, and everybody got. Tell me about this story, man.
Yeah, so, the Prohibition-era of this place is kind of cool. It's a cool part of the history. Of course, everybody loves mobsters, right? Mobsters. Well, when you walked in out front, you can see the coal chute.
Yes.
Well, that coal chute, and you have to get through the kitchen, but at the time you couldn't get through the kitchen. And we'll get you some pictures and stuff. You post stuff.
Yep.
So you come in the front door, there's the coal chute. You come in here, just looks like a normal spot. It wasn't quite this arrangement back then. I can't find any pictures right now. I've been looking for a lot of pictures inside this building. So if any subscribers or anything, please hit.
Hey, listen, if you guys have anything, reach out to Tony, bring him up here, show him.
Yeah, bring them up, show me, or email you guys, get them to me, or when we we're gonna talk about the end when you bring it up. bring it that day.
Bring it that day.
Yeah. So, so you would come in, and during that time, it became like a soda shop, right? And then you couldn't walk through our kitchen. So around the corner of the bar, there's a little hallway, and there's like the men's restroom now, but it wasn't the restroom then, it was a mop closet.
Okay.
The restroom was actually to your left, which is now the ladies' restroom, right?
Okay.
And so that room had a little secret thing. I don't know how they got through it. They would open up, and it was a walkway into the back dining room. And so when you came in that back dining room, we'll show you the door that you would come out of. Next to it is the basement door, and if you come around the corner and look up, there's stairs going up, and that's where the card game, and if you had enough money and got lucky and won the cards, maybe you might be able to pay for some fancy time with a lady. So there was a brothel upstairs here. you know that quiet time. When you're ready to get off the bourbon and maybe move on to wine. I don't know. Like when you get different kinds of glasses and it makes different music when you pour it for your girl.
Yeah.
You gotta listen. And like
The crystal glasses.
The crystal glasses. You put a little drink in there. It just depends what you're pouring, right?
Yeah.
Tequila, wine.
Yeah.
It's always that tequila. It gets a little. Nah, what's what we're talking about?
Oh my God. So
You have to have a little fun.
now the upstairs now are offices.
They are, yeah. So like right above us is where my office is. In the middle, because the second owner, or Joseph Schnee, he was the third owner.
Okay.
So you had Ferdinand Oetting owned it. He's the one who built it, the great Ferdinand Oetting. And you can find this history on our website. It gives you all your thing. I'm going to kind of give you the brief. He sold it to W.T. Harvey of the railroad, and I kind of imagine that's when the brothel card games kind of came around, because you know what the railroad was like back then. This attract the big dollar guys in town, come here, get the money for the railroad to keep building, right? So from there, Harvey hired Joseph Schnee, and then Joseph Schnee ended up buying it from Harvey. Him and his wife Elizabeth actually lived up there.
Okay.
So it was their home,
Okay.
and then their business down here.
Did the mafia bring the booze? Did they bootleg the booze here?
That is the folklore of this. The folklore is we're pretty sure that Capone and Dillinger and the boys.
Al Capone and Dillinger?
Yeah, we're pretty sure all those boys have been through this restaurant and spent some time upstairs, and also had their boys dropping stuff in the basement. We found some still parts downstairs, and downstairs in the basement too, there's an old wood court, like wood-sided cooling storage area. Old wood down in the basement, cool. It's dug out a little bit. We have a feeling that's where they're hiding stuff, and we did find some, what we believe. We still have to get them confirmed, but I'm pretty positive after watching a lot of moonshine shows, some still parts, some parts of an old still down there. So they're off getting looked at right now. So we know that liquor was sold out of here that way. We call it the infamous back room. And a lot of people don't like to be back there. And I'm like, it's the coolest spot to me, because it's just like you sit back there, and it's a little quieter in the front. Yeah, the front's cool, man. I love it. Like it's a different vibe. It's kind of what you feeling. And you go sit in that back room. You get to walk through the kitchen. How cool is that?
Yep.
Right, and then you get to sit in the spot where it was once illegal to do what we're doing.
This is the second restaurant in Fort Wayne that I've been to that you could walk through the kitchen. This being one, and the hot dog place down
Coney
there,
Island.
Coney Island, yeah.
Yeah. No, Coney Island used to be you could walk in that way,
Yes.
but because they're so popular, they're a great spot to be popular. That's been a great spot of ours. Actually, we do family meal on Saturdays. I'll swing through there all the time, grab like 2-3 dozen. We feed all of the staff and stuff. We sit here and eat before we have dinner service and things, because we're not open lunch. But yeah, now you can just walk out the back door, because they're just so busy all the time.
Yeah.
That place, I mean, they do cook a lot of hot dogs, man.
They do.
Yeah, so so it's super cool. So yeah, the bourbon story was like, that was about the time 2022 when we bought the restaurant. The bourbon thing was still pretty hot. 'Cause that market was shooting up, like collectors during COVID, right? Boom. And so like everybody else, we want the Buffalo Trace products, but like everybody else, it's allocated. Like me, these smaller restaurants, we can't get it, which is fair, because the bigger chain grocery stores, liquor stores, they're buying larger quantities. That's why they get them. excuse me. So that kind of sent me on a journey. I reached out to my reps because I got frustrated because I like my bourbon and I like my Eagle Rare. And I was buying Eagle Rare when it was like $32.
Wow.
The dusty bottle nobody ever wanted because bourbon wasn't hot back then.
Right.
And I'm talking like 2016, 17.
Right.
Nobody ever wanted that. You remember?
Yeah,
Eagle Rare.
yeah, yeah.
$32.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even get that in my restaurant that I just bought because I wanted to do this bourbon thing too, to pay the legacy. But then I thought about it. You know what? Things didn't come that easy for them. So I called up all my liquor vendors. I said, bring me every single small business-owned bourbon distillery, whiskey, rye maker you have across the United States, and I want to taste them all. And I went on this journey, and this was kind of curated by me. It's my journey of finding things off the beaten path or distilleries I had visited myself, right? Mm-hmm. And that's how the bourbon list grew. It grew a little bit. Then we had to pause for a second. My business partner, she was like, hey, reel it back a little bit because we're not getting them all out there. So I think, we have 68 on the list right now. I have probably another 70 upstairs that we haven't got to yet.
So you have a lot of allocateds downstairs.
They're here, but not down the base, so I have them upstairs.
Yeah.
Well, I got some here for us.
Oh, yeah, that's the table, man.
Yeah.
You put a nice spread out here on the table.
Yeah.
And this is the angle of the podcast where we're pushing. A lot of people in Fort Wayne and surrounding Allen County that has really good bourbon.
Yeah.
And like a lot of liquor stores don't have what you have. I'm just gonna keep it real. And so I'm like, my wife was like, let's just do the bar thing and video from the bar end instead of the liquor store end.
Yeah.
Brother, good gracious.
Well, here's the thing, Ricky. Like, you say like we have quite the bourbon selection, right? But to me, and I think it's the same in most everything, there's people that are truly passionate about bourbon, love to drink and collectors, right? And they enjoy the bourbon, enjoy the story, enjoy having stories and sharing bourbon. And then there's those that like to buy the bourbon for the secondary market. I'm not mad at it.
Yep.
So we don't really market it because sometimes, too, when we have the ones that I bring out, right, it's because you get to know somebody, right? And I want to be able to make sure many people share it. And here's why. I learned my lesson. We got a bottle of Blanton 6 months after we bought the restaurant. Sorry, let me shake the mic.
You good.
Sitting up on the bar. And I wasn't here that night. 3 guys came in. They drank the whole bottle.
You about to say you got pissed, didn't you?
I didn't get pissed, but I'm like, and I know it's just Blanton's, right? But still, Blanton's is hard to find, right? It's hard to find. And I want as many people to enjoy it.
Yep.
Because that's what it was intended for.
Yep.
Right? That's what was, to me, that's what it's intended for.
3 guys drank the whole bottle.
3 guys came in here and they drank the whole bottle because they hadn't seen it anywhere. And they split the bottle a third that night.
Oh my God.
You know what? Good for them. Whatever. But to me, it just made me take a different approach to the game. Made me take a different approach to the game.
Yeah.
I know we have a great bourbon list. We're told all the time we have a great bourbon list, but we don't really talk about it because I want word of mouth. I want it to happen organically.
Well, you're about to get ready to get exposed.
That's fine.
I'm about to put it out there.
But I wanted it to be organic.
Yeah.
I wanted to find an organic way for it to happen.
Yeah.
That's the way it's intended.
Yeah.
Right?
This was by accident. I walked up in here to get a dozen of oysters.
And look, now we're friends. We're drinking bourbon. We're talking about bourbon, the restaurant, illegal activities upstairs with ladies. That's not happening. It's not happening right now. You know how many times I tell people the history? They go, hey, the guys are like, hey, is that process still in operation? And why you should get them? I'm like, sorry, I didn't mean to stir it up. Maybe I did. I don't know.
Oh my God. So tell me about when the girl. That was funny. I can't even get to my next.
Right.
That was funny as hell right there.
Here, let me pour you some more.
I can't even get to my next point because that was funny as hell right there. I'm gonna be honest to you. So the girl that took me around, she took me around.
Who was it? Was it Madison?
I don't know.
Short, dark hair.
Dark hair. She was behind the.
Bright red lipstick.
Well, I don't know all that.
Oh.
I ain't gonna say that because my wife would be listening to this and.
I was saying it might be one of the brothel girls. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. She took me around to the restaurant, and right over there by your square swipe.
Oh yeah.
There's an eye, actual
Oh,
eyeball.
Was it keeping on? Was it following you?
Well, she showed me, and I'm like, okay. And she told me the history behind that.
Mm-hmm. You want to hear about that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah,
And
for sure.
everybody else wants to hear about it.
Everyone wants to hear about that too.
Yes, sir.
But real quick, just to clarify, that brothel business is no longer, nor will it ever be again. But we did.
Don't come up in here after you see this video.
Yeah.
Asking Tony, can you get a room? Okay, because it ain't happening. Don't look. Relax. Okay, we were good. All right. You don't want Uncle Sammy up in here going upstairs.
No, we don't. But we, hey man, that's one of them. But we got plenty more to choose from. There's one empty.
That's it.
And that was it, man. So let's.
Tapped into the Joseph Magnus cigar blend. This is a good.
You know what? This is appropriate because we're talking about the history of my restaurant. This bottle is the first bottle that we got of this in 2020, January of 2023, because we didn't buy much inventory in December. Yeah, so we got this in January. So then we just finished the first bottle of this that was ever up on the shelf.
And so you have more of this for when people come in this upcoming week.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It'll be back down here. Yeah, but this is the first one because nobody knew about it. Now we might get a little more, but
wow.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man. Yes, sir. Tell me about this eyeball.
So, 1977. We're known as a local hangout. DA, sheriffs, attorneys. There's probably a lot of handshake deals that happen to this when the outcome's in the courthouse. I'm pretty sure we've always been known. Maybe that's what happens today. Who knows? Right? I don't know. It's just a place to have lunch.
Don't tell it all. Look, don't tell it all.
Anyways, back then, that's what it was.
Okay.
So, some of the guys were in the back. They're having some drinks, and as the story goes, and this is how I've been told the story. 2 gentlemen came in the front door to rob the place.
Okay.
And a shootout occurred just right where the kitchen goes into the back room.
Yep.
Yeah, because the sheriff and some attorneys were back there, judge, and they were firing. And the judge shot one of the attorney's hands, but also took out one of the armed robbers. But there's a bullet hole up there
in the wall
from the actual robbery. And both armed robbers perished, one over here by the salad area, right behind where you were sitting, on the floor there by the bar, and the other one right by the kitchen. And then we had an eye doctor that used to come here back in the day, so we always like to say.
Don't say the name. Don't say the name. Don't call his name.
No.
Just say eye doctor.
Eye doctor.
Eye doctor.
Yeah.
Don't call the name.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna say he's an top. Just eye doctor. How am I gonna say the name? He used to come in here, and he was a good jokester. He was a regular here. Anyways, there used to be a table that sat right by that bullet hole.
Okay.
And we served walleye, and we became popular for walleye from Steve, and in the 80s and stuff. So you put an eye in there, and so table 10 was the table, but we called it the walleye table.
The walleye table.
Because there was an eye in the wall, so the walleye table. But we'll be here all week. But yeah, there's a lot of stories like that, man. But we've had, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. This area we're sitting in. If I told you the amount of music stars that have been in this building that I cook for.
Really?
B.B. King.
Sat here.
The Queen.
Really?
Aretha. Art Garfunkel. Doc Severson.
Wow.
You can go up the wall. There's John Deutsch. You probably know John Deutsch. Local guy.
Yeah.
I cooked for this. This is his first book he ever did here. We love this man. This man has watched me grow up. Southeast side of town. Joe Tipman, local boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, had him in here. this is our stories. Like some of the stuff we did a long time ago. Like up there, Buck O'Neill, Chicago Cubs.
Cubs.
Gene Cady was here. We have all these people in town, man. The big musicians, like downtown, man. The embassy was here all the time. Like when they had the Philharmonic, and they bring all those stars in and stuff and do stuff with them, or and things like that. Or when they would bring the embassy would bring shows in, we would stay open late, and then we'd bring those people here. And it was really cool. It was so cool, man. We had so much fun.
The history.
What was the actor's name in Star Wars that wore the Darth Vader suit? It wasn't the voice, but the guy that was actually in the suit. And in Star Wars, anyways, he's been here to eat. I can't remember the name right now.
I'm going to call him. I'll keep talking. I'll
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out.
So
Keep talking.
he's been here. We've had former Miss Americas here. But more so, man, we've just had a lot of firsts here.
I'm about to find
A
out.
lot of-
Because my brother-in-law is
The Star Wars.
Star Wars whore.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, he
Yeah,
knows.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
about-
yeah,
so
yeah.
you keep talking.
But you're sitting in that area because they always set up here. This is where we always put them. We had Martin Luther King Jr.'s son.
Okay.
When he was here, when he was just here for the dedication.
That was not too long ago.
Down here
Yeah.
by Riverfront, the white.
Yep.
The white, yeah. He's came here, but when Martin Luther King Jr. himself,
He was here?
he ate in that back dining room. When he was in Fort Wayne, he ate in that back dining room.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Wow.
sir. Yes, sir. So it was kind of full circle when his son came here.
Wow.
And if he came here then, right, those times, you think about that. He came here in those times.
In the 60s.
Yeah, when everything's going on. If it was comfortable for him to come in there now, I want to make sure everybody knows it's comfortable for anybody to come in here
I'm
now.
glad, you know what? I'm glad that you told me that it's Black History Month.
Yeah, I know.
And
I didn't want to tell you before. This was my surprise to you.
it's Black History Month, and you just said that, man. I had to stop. That sent chills up my spine that
Yeah,
Dr. Martin Luther King was in that back room.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's deep, bro.
And you think
Golly.
about what's going on in our country right now, Ricky. When you think about that, and it's kind of interesting you say that now, too. And you start to correlate what's going on in our country right now. And it's just about people coming together and just, like, we're just talking about just life in general.
Yep.
But if he was comfortable to come here in that time, right? That's how I want my energy and my space to be. And that's how it should be everywhere.
Yeah.
Why? The people, like, and don't get me wrong, I would say in the past 6 months, I have fired 2 customers and told them never come back. They were rude to my staff. They were just messing up the whole vibe around everybody. And everybody's like, oh, dude, you did that? And I had to pause, and I'm like, yeah, because my integrity is one thing. And I was like, I don't want that in my restaurant.
Yep.
So I just want people to come in, have a good time, vibe. You know, I will say this. And real quick, for those of you who haven't been here, if you're going to come here, definitely call and make a reservation. And expect to dine. We're not really trying to push you through here. Because we want these kind of organic conversations to have in these moments when you're out with your buddies or whatever's going on, you know. So just definitely call and make a reservation ahead of time and allow some time.
What are your hours?
11 to 3 Monday through Friday, 5 to 9 Monday through Thursday, and then 5 p to 10 p Friday and Saturday night for dinner. We're not open lunch for Saturday.
So you're to 10 o'clock on the weekends.
Weekends, yes.
Okay. David Price.
Yeah. Yep.
I just got the text right there.
Yeah. So we have a sign. Yeah, David Prowse. Yeah. David Prowse was in the suit. Yeah, he was here. I cooked for him. I cooked for Art Garfunkel, and he had his son in here. And I looked over, and do you remember Art Garfunkel back in the day? It was Paul Simon and him on the album cover, and his hair's all bushy out. I looked over, his son looked like a spitting image of that picture, dude. I lost it. Like it's like, oh my god, this is funny. But they're super nice people, man. Like,
So your stock as a chef is high in Fort Wayne. Then people know who you are. Then
but yeah, I mean, I guess
you humble. I get it.
I don't. I'm the same guy as everybody else, man.
No, I know you're not.
I just been put in an opportunity in a place to just cook and live life, man.
Yeah.
I've been on a journey, man. I guess that's the difference right now. I've been on a journey a lot.
So when we get done with the interview, I'm going to walk around the restaurant and I'm going to take a bunch of pictures and stuff like that. But here's the thing. When I go home tonight, I'm reaching out to the guys. Yeah. And we're coming up here.
Wait, let's do another podcast up here. How about this?
Listen, you told me listen.
Let's do another podcast up here. You bring all the boys.
Yep.
I'll come and do another podcast.
Okay.
I'll bring a couple of my guys in. I'll have them cook it up.
Okay. And we'll bring your cigar vendor that you were talking about.
I'll bring my cigar vendor too. Yeah.
And bring some more vendors up in here.
Yeah.
And I want to make it a bottle share. Sign up for our group.
Okay.
And we'll come up in here, drink up all your liquor, and eat up all your food, and these guys can see what I see.
Yeah, and then we'll do another podcast. Maybe we'll do another podcast.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
We could have some good times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, man. I have traveled around, and the receipts are on the podcast. To a lot of different bourbon bars, and let me tell you something, man, Tony, is some bourbon bars in the surrounding area. Okay. Let me make sure I get this right. In the Fort Wayne area?
Yeah.
Bro, I haven't now listen, you're the first.
Yeah.
I don't know what's else out there. Man, you're just not selling oysters. You got a full-fledged real deal 100% bourbon bar with really high-end ass bourbon on it.
Yeah, but
I mean high.
But here's the thing, though.
That Joseph Magnus, I went home and I looked at the price of that, the MSRP on that.
Yeah.
That you don't get that everywhere.
You don't.
And
but that's why I don't advertise it, though, right? And like I'm gonna say, like I told you before, like you want to be respectful. So some of our high-end bourbons, I would say now, we've kind of trained our staff. Mm-hmm. One or two are the very high ends that aren't around much, and they know who they are, and I tell them which ones. So we are able to have more to share for our wider people, just for that reason, what you're saying, right? And that's because to me, man, it's not about the bourbon either. It's bourbon is a story. It's about gathering people, food, alcohol, like bring people together. Mm-hmm. I'm not really a bourbon bar. I'm not really a seafood restaurant. I'm just a gathering spot.
But you don't know what you tapped into. You don't know the community. The bourbon community's big.
I know it is, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that because that means the energy and the vibe I get from you. If they're like everybody in the community is like you, it's a great community, and that's the kind of people I want around. Yep. And it's about people who love bourbon, have passion for bourbon, passion for other things, storytelling, getting to know, networking. How can we make it grow? Right? Because I mean, all honesty, like I think our city, and I think we're doing a lot of great things.
Yes.
There's a line that I've noticed being a business owner now. There's a viaduct. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
This viaduct right over here.
Yeah.
The tracks, right?
The tracks.
The Baker Street train track.
Yeah. South
to the north, there's a lot of growth.
South of it is.
To the south is very slow growth.
And you know,
and that's the community I'm in.
And you know what, man?
And I'm just not trying to twist up.
No, you're just keeping it real.
I'm keeping it real because this is my neighborhood now.
You keeping it real, but here's the thing, right? You know where I live at, and I'm a product of the south side of Fort Wayne.
I know you are. I know.
And Clinton Street. I'm gonna go take Clinton Street from State all the way down to, let's say, Pontiac. Okay. Bro, man, come on. I mean, our streets are where we live at, Lima Road by DuPont.
Yeah.
We're getting streets put out there, repaved every year. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing in the city?
Yeah.
You know, south of Baker Street train track.
It is.
And I'm like, you know, but
I understand. Maybe I know there's master plans and stuff, and I'm not trying to say like we're not doing great things in other areas. I'm not trying to say that. I don't disagree with all of it.
But I think the corridors are starting to grow down.
A little bit, yeah. And I know there's some focus groups for Calhoun Street, but you know, there's also other things we should be doing too, because like we could do all that, but now we have to think about how do we get people there. Yep. What about our transportation? What about our things? So, you know, so like I'm really loving it, like to be able to meet you and know like there's people that want to be about community and growth. And
Absolutely,
And that's
man.
all we're trying to do.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. And I never,
You think about that. I mean,
I
I know
am.
it's not intentional. Look
no.
right behind you. Look right behind you. Look at that top picture, Ricky. See that top picture of the trailers?
Yeah.
That's right out here. That's Calhoun Fairfield. That's what this place used. Right out here, there's buried tracks.
Yep.
This was the hustle bustle.
Back in the day.
And there's so much retail potential down here
Yep.
that could draw the retail there. And that's why, like, I'm not mad about the idea of the growth and everything. It's just maybe the vision and the plan that was set forth before could be reevaluated to see if there should be a pivot into new to help support that.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Sorry.
I'm gonna no.
That was a heavy little twist.
No,
I'm
bro.
sorry,
Let me
but-
tell you something because I'm gonna tell you something. I grew up with Sharon Tucker.
Yeah, I love her. I wish she's been here. When she first, right after everything happened, she was thrust into a position, and she's done well.
She's doing a good
And
job.
she had one of her first meetings in my back dining room.
And I grew up with Sharon Tucker as a little kid. We're little
she's
kids.
great people,
And my place a call to her, man. And like, let's look at this. Let's look at this.
No, and like, here's the thing though. Like, and I'll tell you this. Like, there was a time where I know my buddy Tom did here too. He sells to me. There was once I was coming in December and I freaked out. It was a really busy month, right? And is it Lafayette heading out, right? Yeah. Went down to one lane back there. Calhoun was closed at the viaduct coming this way. Harrison was closed at the viaduct coming this way, and Fairfield was closed. I was like,
What?
how are people getting to my restaurant? And I called, and they were awesome. The city, it was good. Our city does a lot of great things. And I'm not saying that in a way. I'm just trying to say, hey, is there another approach? Because we have seniors, right? We can do all these great things in our city, but how are our seniors getting there? How are the people that have to walk? How are they getting there? There's not safe spots for them to walk. We've done a great job with bicyclists, but focus on the sidewalks in the communities.
Tony, I gotta say this to you, bro. I believe it's gonna. I truly believe it's gonna change. You know why? Because the north side of Fort Wayne is starting to become so saturated, and I think because.
Oh no, I'm not saying like north side town. I'm just saying like an immediate downtown area.
I understand.
Yeah.
I get that part, but they're building up downtown with the promenade.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's left other than to tear down the jail? You don't have much more room down here.
Yeah.
And so they need to start to migrate more south.
Well, I mean, they're doing great up the Wells Street corridor, right?
Yep.
And like, we do a lot of great things here too. And I'm sorry to twist it into this, but like the downtown Fort Wayne like launched their new map or whatever, and it like extended up the Wells corridor, right? That picture, where's that at?
Yeah, I know. No. And I know.
And it's like, or that way, towards New Haven.
So
Towards-
in 1986, how old were you?
1986, I was 10.
Okay.
I was at 10 years old. At that time, I was in 4th grade. Dude, when I came to Fort Wayne, I was 7. Sorry, I was in 7. I was in 1st grade. Between 1st grade and 3rd grade, I went to Village Elementary.
Yep.
I went to Waynedale Elementary.
Yep.
And then Maplewood Elementary.
Yep.
In that time frame.
Let me tell you something.
Before I was 8 years old, I went to 8 different elementary schools. My mom worked for the phone company. We moved all the time.
Let me tell you something.
What's that?
I'm 8 years older than you, okay? On the corner of Calhoun, this way, Calhoun North, and it would be where the it's AEP building.
Yes, sir.
Right there. That used to be the banger, bro. That used to be the hustle, because the bus transfer was there.
Oh, yeah. It was.
And it used to be packed
Oh, yeah.
down there, up and down these streets when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was your age.
Yeah. That's why I love open streets when it happens, because it draws the attention back here.
Yep.
And you think about, like, it's not another great spot down here.
Yep.
You got Saigon right over here.
Yep.
That's a Fort Wayne legend.
Yes, it is.
Saigon is you got Alberto's, great Mexican restaurant, another Fort Wayne legend. And I think Cafe Janelle's that was down there as well.
Yes.
Right, remember that?
Yes.
Like, this Calhoun Street had so
It
many
has
great
so much.
things.
Yep.
And I'm not saying just go Calhoun, because all ships rise together.
Yep.
Let's all rise up, like, and we could do that with everybody. And I just think I think with the major plan here, but I'm a restaurant owner, I'm a small business owner, and I'm a dreamer. I like to dream big. I know there's people that would go, whoa, I know there's money involved and stuff like this. This is me talking way big. But way big, we can have that goal, but we need to have the people in our community to support it, and we need to take care of those neighborhoods that draws people here to support everything, all this growth down here. And I don't think that I know they're doing it in some areas, but I don't think that's enough attention in the right areas. Does that make sense?
Yep. And guess what? We're going to put it out. I'm going to put it out so it can be seen by a lot of people. I feel you, bro.
I mean,
I feel you.
yeah.
I feel you, and I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I just
I'm gonna shoot you guys some stills. We're gonna put some stills out, and we're gonna put some stills out, and we're gonna hang out. We're gonna see you guys on the flip side. Check out the Facebook page, Charred Oak Bourbon Society. Check out the TikTok page, Charred Oak Bourbon Society, for all the pictures. We're gonna shoot you guys a whole bunch of stuff tonight. We're gonna post it out tonight. We're gonna go ahead and edit this out tonight and get this rolling on the podcast. Hey, listen, if you guys can follow, you can follow us on YouTube. You guys can follow us on Spotify, Amazon, and iHeartRadio.
Oh, nice.
And so we're going to put it out there. For those of you who are on the podcast end, listen, if you guys can get to a television or pick your cell phones up. Pull up Charred Oak Bourbon. No, pull up Outside the Staves. It's going on Outside the Staves. You guys can see the video and match it up to what you're hearing on your trucks or on your phone if you're running down the street with your iPods in your head.
And if you're out in the country, you can hear that Zach Bryan rolling and like that diner glass shaking in the background.
In the background, listen, I'm here to tell you. Until next time, guys.
And then, hey, I'll get you my socials too.
Yes, sir.
Follow us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And until next time, we're going to make sure you get that to me because a lot of people say they will and
No.
they forget.
I'll text when we're done. And,
Okay. And
hey,
then...
Can I say one thing real quick?
Absolutely.
I know you're going to say until next time, so you're going to drop your slogan.
Go ahead.
But I have a couple too.
Okay.
Hashtag make kind the new cool.
What is it again?
Hashtag make kind the new cool.
Make kind the new cool.
Just be kind to somebody. Do something
You know
nice
what
for
I'm going to
somebody.
do? I'm going to take a picture of the outside of the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, on the thumbnail, it's going to be your hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put the hashtag on there, and then we're going to roll with that.
And then two other
I
tips.
like this, man. I
know.
taste.
And then the last two tips from me: be good or be good at it.
Be good or be good at it.
And it's only weird if you're not into it, and you don't know if you're not into it if you don't try it. And that's how I found bourbon.
Listen, like we end up all of our videos, look, guys, drink responsibly, okay? And please, do not drink and drive because you do not look good in an orange jumpsuit down at the Allen County jails.
No, I can wave to you from my apartment, though.
You guys, we'll see you on the flip side. Take care.
Thank you, guys. I like experiences,
I
man.
mean, but you know about the hood. You said Jarrell's. Not too many people know about Jarrell's.
Oh, you kidding me, man?
Well, let me
You know
tell
how
you.
you know how I met him? He kept coming in here, right? And I was in here at lunch working after we bought the restaurant. I didn't know Drill before I bought the restaurant. And one of my servers at the time goes, "Hey Tony, I'm gonna buy his soup. That's my buddy Jarrell. He owns the barber shop over here." And dude, my hair was raggedy at the time. Dude, it was shaggied up because we just bought a restaurant.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm working 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. And she was like, "Oh, that's my buddy Jarrell. He's got a shop over here." And she was like, "Hey, yeah, go get it cut." And so we went and got it cut. And him and I just connected. He's a local business owner with me.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to support people
Yes, sir.
in my...
Yes, sir.
We all rise together,
Yes, sir.
right? And so he comes here. He sends people here. When I go into the shop to get cut, he's like my man. Everybody in there doesn't know me. He's introducing me. And then I'm having conversations. I'm meeting new people. And that's what it's about. It's about community.
Yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear.
Bourbon, what's it about?
Yes, sir. Benedict.
Food, what's it about? It all ties together, man.
Everybody, y'all heard it. Y'all
Right.
heard the story. I've been talking about this for a while. You guys heard the story. It is what it is. We're not going to take away, and I'm not going to add to it.
Wait, one second.
I'm smiling because of the brothel thing upstairs.
No, but 1 second. We got to do one more thing. I'm going to step over here and reach for something.
Okay, okay.
Because I feel like you're about to talk.
I can make some announcements. You go ahead and do your
that.
thing.
I'm just going to grab 2 new glasses because we're going to pour one more thing.
Okay. So listen,
Oh.
when you guys are. Okay, go ahead.
I'll give you this bottle too, and you can talk about this that you guys are gonna take back and review.
Okay, come on with it.
Yeah, that's the bottle you're gonna take back and review.
Thank you. Yep, yes, sir. So, being that we came and did the podcast down here, fellas, Charred Oak, us, we getting ready to do some chicken cock double oak that was gifted to us. We got to do some drinking. Here it is, fellas. We're gonna get on it. Thank you.
Take that back because I was looking back at your content. I love your guys' content. Became a follower right away, and I was seeing all the bottles review. But this is something that I think is kind of a sneaky little distillery. Chicken cock. It's always funny too. My servers get a kick out of it. Somebody orders chicken cock. They bring it back and they're like,
Man,
"Cock-a-doodle-doo!" And then
they'll start me to laugh.
And then next thing you know, the brothel's being talked about again.
Don't start me to laughing because I'm having a hard time focusing. You know,
I know you are.
I'm thinking of upstairs. You tripping over what?
Hey, if Mrs. Jordan's watching, there is no brothel upstairs. Your husband will be marked safe from this podcast.
Oh my gosh.
But no, we talked about this one on the phone. It's a midwinter nice dram, and it's from High West. We do have this around. It is on the list. It's on our secret list, but it's about whiskey being traded on the Cowboy Trail.
Good.
And so it's a blend of a bunch of different whiskeys that they put together because it was the most traded things about trading stories. That's what we just did. So to end it up while you do your announcements, and
Listen,
we'll pour a little bit of this.
listen, subscribe, like, follow, share, turn your notifications on. We're going to put everything down in the descriptions. You guys, we're going to put their menu. We're going to put their hours. I'm going to load this one up on the podcast. Also, we're going to flip it over to Charred Oak Bourbon Society because we're coming down here hanging out with him next month. We're going to load this one up. We want you guys here in the place.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to say this. Not that this restaurant is hurting by any means anything, because when we walked up in here, we had to wait because this place was packed. It's just the fact that I ran up on a good...
You came in on a good night.
It
was
is
meant
what-
to happen. Like I always say, the universe knows what happens when it needs to happen.
So I'm just going from place to place to place. And if it's right and tight, I'm going to let you know. And this one is, yeah. So I'm going to do a review on this one. I usually don't do reviews.
Okay, here.
I don't do reviews. For the most part, I leave it up to my buddies to do the reviews. But we have, let me get my specs on here right quick. A midwinter night's dream.
Dram, yeah. It's from
I'm
High
sorry,
West.
Dram.
It's from High West out in Utah.
I've been messing it all up. A midwinter's night dram. A blend of straight rye whiskeys finished in port barrels. Limited engagement.
If you go to the High West website, you can hear the story on the back. 'Cause there's this whole story on the back of the label about the trade and stuff.
I'm
Man.
not going to even read all that.
Yeah.
So we're at I'm about to do a review on this myself. I'm going to see. So you drank this, so you know what it tastes like.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so let me
yeah.
see if I'm catching. The sniffer, ooh.
This is Act 19, Scene 8.
Man.
They're at 98.6 on the proof. That port barrel does something fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it has a nutty sniffer on it.
You ever do the Kentucky Chew?
Yeah, put it inside and bite on it. Oh, yeah.
Like,
I opened the mouth too. That's how, when I went down to Buffalo
breathe in
Trace.
your mouth, not your nose,
Yep.
and then chew it up. Yeah, that's what they're showing. Yeah, it's so good.
I don't smell very much ethanol on this whatsoever. Let me see here. Ooh.
Right there. Ooh. Ooh. That read me break that song right there. That's good stuff, isn't it? Yeah, good stuff, isn't it?
Port barrel hit you right off the bat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would have never, to taste this, before I looked at this, I would have never thought it was a rye.
It's a sleeper.
I would have never, wow.
See, that's the thing, Ricky. Like, you got to get off the beaten trail sometimes to find the ones. You know what I mean? And it goes back to it. Yeah, right?
Ooh, and this is a regular.
That's kind of a secret password. You get to know Tony a little bit.
Look at it.
That's after you hang out with Tony for a little bit, and he knows if you're cool or not.
Oh
You know,
my God.
that's kind of like, hey, listen.